Ho messo gli occhi su di te, tu sei diversa e non lo sai, tu ballerini tra di noi, ma sono tristi gli occhi tuoi, è come sei, somigli un po' a me. Ho messo gli occhi su di te, per una storia che non so, che vuoi nascondere ma che sta tutta là negli occhi tuoi, è come sei, somigli un po' a me. Balla, non pensiamoci, balla, divertiamoci, balla, sorridiamoci, balla, e diciamoci basta. Ho messo gli occhi su di te, tu sei diversa e non lo sai, qualcosa vuoi dimenticare, tu balli e non ti stanchi mai, è come sei, somigli un po' a me. Ho messo gli occhi su di te, tu sei diversa e non lo sai, tu ballerini tra di noi, ma sono tristi gli occhi tuoi, è come sei, somigli un po' a me. Ho messo gli occhi su di te, per una storia che non so, che vuoi nascondere ma che sta tutta là negli occhi tuoi, è come sei, somigli un po' a me, è come sei, somigli un po' a me, è come sei, somigli un po' a me.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to this, the 30-second Starfury Facebook Live. Yes, we've done 32 of these since the start of the pandemic. Now we're out of the pandemic, I still am putting on these Facebook Lives as I find it a very good and useful way of getting information out to attendees, let them know what's happening with Starfury events and what we have planned for the rest of the year and for 2024 as well. Now, we held 2 Starfury events since the last Facebook Live. We held Highlander 6. That was our event for fans of Outlander. And we also held Starfury Witch Bomb, which was our event for fans of Motherland, Fort Salem, and Warrior Nun. Now, we had Highlander 6, the beginning of August. It was our 6th event celebrating the TV series Outlander. It was also probably our most relaxed one. It was a really chill event. We all had a great time, great guests. It was a really fun event. And then Witch Bomb came along. That was literally the first major event for Motherland Fort Salem and the first ever convention with in-person appearances from the cast of Warrior Nun. And I've got to say, I've been doing conventions since 1997, and hands down, I've got to say, Witch Bomb was quite possibly, I say without hesitation, the best Starfury convention that I've run. It was absolutely incredible that weekend. I literally can't believe it's over. It's rather depressing to think that only a week ago we were getting ready for the opening ceremony, and I can't wait for Witch Bomb 2 next year. I mean, the event, the guests, the fans, everything about it. It was just it was an absolutely amazing event, and it had an atmosphere throughout like nothing we've ever had before. I've never encountered at a Starfury or even any other event. So, you know, working with the Motherland Fort Salem and the Warrior Nun cast and fans, it was just amazing. So, you should really keep your eye on Witch Bomb 2, which we'll be doing next year. However, the other interesting thing about those two events that we did was that they were the first two events that we did during the current SAG-AFTRA strike. Now, I'm sure you're all aware of this, but in Hollywood at the moment, firstly, the writers, the Writers Guild of America, WGA, went on strike, and then SAG-AFTRA, that's the Actors Union, they've gone on strike as well. They're negotiating a new pay deal. They're trying to deal with residuals from streaming, which are virtually nothing, and they're trying to get rules set hard and fast in regards to the use of AI, both with writing and in acting in films. And this is very important. It's very important they get a good deal. The American Film and Motion, the AMPTPT, I'm not too sure what the acronym is. Okay, but they've not been negotiating properly at the moment. This has caused a strike, and Starfury fully supports the actors and the writers in their current endeavors. Unfortunately, it has had a bit of a blowback on Starfury itself and conventions as a whole, as there are certain rules which are being applied to the actors that they have to stand fast with during a strike. And one of those is they can't promote any work that is covered by the AMPTPT. So that's any films or television shows they may have done in the past, present, or future. And past works included, as it's still available on streaming or to buy on DVD or Blu-ray or to download. So that's seen as promotion. So they're not allowed to talk about the shows while attending conventions. That doesn't just apply to Starfury, that applies to all conventions. And we've had to stick by those rules. It may seem odd. It might think, how can you do an event for Outlander or do an event for Motherland, Fort Salem, and Warrior Nun, and the guests can't actually discuss the shows? I actually have to say, and if you ask any of the attendees, look on our Facebook groups, look on social media, and if you ask any attendees about how it went at the event and how the guest talks went, and pretty much everybody seems very much in agreement that the guest talks were actually better than ever before. The guests, they weren't talking about the shows, but were very much talking about themselves, and it made for some really interesting talks. I really have to say a big thank you to all the Outlander fans and the fans of Warrior Nun and Motherland Fort Salem. Everybody was really respectful of the rules and really understanding of the situations, and we didn't have any problems about it. It was great. Now, one thing that I have done to kind of like make up for this is that I've had a very special exclusive Starfury enamel pin badge done up. It's only going to be available at the events while the strike's going on, and the pin badge will be given to everybody who asks a question during the guest talks. So if you are coming to one of our future Starfury events and its strike's still going on, then if you ask a question during the talk, if you stick with the strike rules, then you'll get an exclusive Starfury pin badge as a result. So that's to make up for that. We first gave them out last week at Witch Bomb. It was quite popular, and we'll be doing that at Crossroads. Now, the strike period, nobody can say how long it's going to go on for. They could start negotiations next week. However, everybody I speak to in the industry is predicting the strike's going to go until about January, February period. So at the moment, it's looking very likely that our next few events, Crossroads 7, Legends, Ultimates Legends, and Red Dragon 6, will be affected by the strike. You only have to look at the trade news or on the internet to find out what's going on, but I will also update attendees on what's happening in this and where we currently stand with the strike. So that's how we all are there. That's how we stand with the strike. We've just had two great events, which, to be quite frankly, the strike did not stop any of us having a good time. We were able to support the actors, we were able to support them in their current strike, and we still had a fantastic event. Now, once we come back, our next event is in 4 weeks' time. And that's our celebration of Supernatural. And this time we are also adding into it Buffy and Angel. So we're covering Buffy, Angel, and Supernatural. And that's Crossroads 7. And we've got an amazing guest lineup at that. And Crossroads 7 is taking place from the 22nd to the 24th of September at the Hilton Metropole Hotel. And we're being joined at that event, being joined by Mercedes McNabb, who played Harmony on Buffy, and she was also in Supernatural as a vampire. We also have joining us Jodelle Furland, who has guest starred in Supernatural, and she's also was in Dark Matter and the Twilight series. She's got a lot of great credits to her name. We have Harry Groner joining us. He guest starred on Supernatural, but is probably best known as playing Mayor Wilkins, the season 3 big bad on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You can currently see him in Oppenheimer. We also have joining us Amber Benson, who played the vampire Lorena on Supernatural, and she was also in Buffy the Vampire Slayer as Tara. We have Adam Fergus, and if you have Adam Fergus attending, you've also got to have David Hayden Jones. That's the British men of letters, 2 hugely popular characters, and they're always great fun at our events. We also have Christian Kane coming. He's known for shows such as Leverage, The Librarians. He was Lindsay McDonald in Angel, and more recently he guest starred on Supernatural. We also have joining us Tarmo Pennicott, who was on Supernatural and is also well known for his roles on Dollhouse and Battlestar Galactica. And of course, we have the biggies. We have Misha Collins, who's on Supernatural as Castiel, and who's currently on the show Gotham Knights more recently. And we also have joining us David Boreanaz. David Boreanaz, star of SEAL Team, star of Bones, and of course Buffy and Angel. So I think that's an awesome lineup of guests for you for that event. It's going to be an absolutely incredible event. All the Crossroads events always are. The Supernatural fans are wonderful. The Supernatural guests are wonderful. So it's going to be a really fun event. Now, just to remember, if you haven't got your photo ops yet, they are available to order now. I would recommend getting your photos, if you don't have them just yet, with David and with Misha, as they are running very limited. You also have to pre-book your autographs with David and Misha, so you need to get onto that now. If you don't have a ticket, I'd have thought this event was sold out. We've actually got about between 20 to 30 tickets left for that event. So if you want to join us for that event, that's Starfury Crossroads 7, our 7th celebration of Supernatural, but we're also mixing Buffy and Angel into it as well. Now, straight after that, we have our 3rd Ultimates event for 2023. Now, Ultimates are our superhero events in which we cover comic book films and TV shows, whether Marvel or DC, except for this Ultimates is going to be a little different. We're concentrating on just one superhero show, and that's DC's Legends of Tomorrow. The cast of the show proved so popular when they came to Ultimates last year. We've got a fantastic selection of guests from the shows. We're being joined by Tala Ash. We also have Olivia Swan joining us as well. Joining us for the Sunday only, we have Arthur Darvill. We also have joining us Matt Ryan, who's always very popular at these events. We have a first convention appearance for Mina Sundwall. We have the always popular Nick Zarno. Got Maisie Richardson Sellers. Got Amy Pemberton. Adam Seckman. Jess McCallan. And the star of Legends of Tomorrow herself, Katie Lotz. So those are the guests that we have joining us. at Ultimates Legends. Now, Ultimates Legends is taking place from November 10th to 12th at the Hilton Hotel in Birmingham. And I don't think you're ever going to see a lineup of Legends guests like that ever again in one place. The group photo is just going to be completely unique and a once in a convention experience to get. So you just don't want to miss out on this. We also have Nick Bishop, who's guest starred in a few episodes of Legends of Tomorrow. He'll also be attending as well. Now, photo ops are available to purchase now. So if you want to get those sorted, we're quite limited on availability for the group photo, and we're limited on availability for the duo between Katie and Jess, as well as the Katie solos. So if you want to get those, get them soon. We've only got around 100 tickets left for this event. So if you want to join us for that, you better book up soon. Also, we're going to be putting on the fan meets the beginning of next week. We're looking at Monday to make fan meets available, probably around 7 o'clock. So I'll be putting a post on social media, so you can look then to get your fan meets. Now, moving on, we have one more event for 2023, and it's not your regular type event. It's not a proper convention. It's a party. It's a celebration of the fandom and the convention community and the Starfury family. And it's also a celebration of the end of the year and New Year, and that's Starfury Destiny. That's our New Year's Eve event. That's going to be taking place at the Renaissance Hotel, Heathrow. And it's going to be taking place on Saturday the 30th and Sunday the 31st of December. Now, it's just a New Year's Eve party. It's just going to basically be two great parties for fans to get together. And the great thing about it is I'm giving tickets away potentially for free. If you attended or bought a ticket, if you had a ticket for any Starfury event in 2023, you can get a free ticket for Starfury Destiny. So you're giving the tickets away for free as a thank you to everybody who's part of the Starfury community who supported our events in 2023. So you can get the tickets for free. The tickets will be becoming available tomorrow or Sunday, along with the room booking link. So you can book a room at the Renaissance Hotel if you want to stay. If you wanted to bring a friend, though, or you had a family member or a partner who wasn't at a Starfury event this year, or if you did do Starfury events years ago and haven't been in a while but still wanted to come along and meet your friends, it's going to be £30 for a ticket. I actually think if you've got paying the ticket price, it's still much, much cheaper than what most places charge for a New Year's Eve party. And when you've got the free ticket, just the hotel cost is working out cheaper. But it's a great event. It's a great way for the fans to all hang out and really celebrate New Year's Eve. Now, currently, our first event scheduled for 2024, moving into 2024 next year, our first scheduled event is our Hannibal event, Red Dragon 6. Now, that's taking place from the 19th to the 21st of January at the Renaissance Hotel, Heathrow. Now, I had hoped to make some updates tonight guest-wise. Things have been delayed due to the current actors' strike. Hopefully, I'm working on, we should have a major update around the second to third week of September. So if you've bought a ticket for the Red Dragon event, or you're thinking of it and you're waiting for information, it'll be mid-September. We're going to have a major update for that. And that brings us up to our next event after that, and that's our third Lucifer event, and that's Starfury Lux 3. Now, that event is taking place from the 9th to the 11th of February 2024 at the Hilton Metropole Hotel in Heathrow. It's our third celebration of Lucifer. The last two were a fantastic blast. If you were there, I don't need to tell you, the guests of Lucifer are amazing and they guarantee a good time for all the attendees. If you're a fan of Lucifer and you haven't attended one of the Lux events, you've got to come along. Now, the guests we've got, I don't actually have an image of her down here. I must have forgotten to do that. But we have joining us Rachel Harris. She hasn't done a Starfury event before and she hasn't done a UK event. She's such an integral part of the show. It's ridiculous we haven't had her yet, but she'll be joining us. We also have DB Woodside joining us, who was also on Buffy the Vampire Slayer and 24. We have Amy Garcia joining us. She's one of the most popular characters on the show, and she's absolutely lovely. Also joining us is Imbar Lavi. This is going to be our first UK appearance. And we also have joining us Ildi Madrovic, who's one of the writers on the show. So that's how the lineup's currently looking. There's more to come. I'm probably going to be making some big announcements towards the end of September, beginning of October, working on about 3 to 4 more guests. So keep an eye. Should be making the announcement, as I say, end of September, beginning of October. We should know the full lineup, and then we can put photo ops and meet and greets on sale. At present, about 50% of the tickets have already sold. So you might want to consider getting yours soon if you don't have yours yet. And the hotel link will be going up this weekend. We've taken a bit of a while on this. I apologize for that. However, the email's ready to go out. That'll be going out tomorrow. And once I've emailed all ticket holders, then we'll be putting it up on the website and in the Facebook group so people can start booking their rooms at the Hilton Hotel. Now, our next event after the Lucifer event is Into the Fold. And that's a brand new show for Starfury. We're going to be covering Shadow and Bone. It's a show on Netflix, which is based on a hugely popular book series. And that's going to be taking place from the 3rd of March at the Renaissance Hotel in Heathrow. We've already got some great guests lined up for that. Very excited that we have joining us. Mita Suman will be joining us and Into the Fold. We also have Archie Renault is also joining us. And we have Freddie Carter joining us. And on top of that, we also can now announce that we have Kit Young joining us. And making quite a rare appearance, we have the star of the show, Jessie Lee May, joining us. So that's 5 guests that we have currently sorted from Shadow of Bone, all main cast. They're all regular guests except for Jessie May Lee, who's going to be a bonus guest. So that's 5 incredible guests for this event. It's our first Shadow and Bone event. So let's get the Shadow and Bone fans out. Gold tickets are now starting to run low. It'd be nice when they sell out. So if the fans get on to that, but especially we've got this lineup now, and especially as we got Jessie May Lee, I expect the gold and the regular tickets to start going very, very quickly. Once I get an idea of the ticket sales, I can start looking at whether we're going to have further guests or not. And then we can start looking at sorting out the photo ops and fan meets. So that's Into the Fold, 1st to 3rd of March at the Renaissance Hotel Heathrow. Now, after that event, we have Crossroads 8. That's going to be our 8th celebration of the television series Supernatural. Now, that's going to be taking place from the 26th to the 28th of April at the Hilton Metropole Hotel in Birmingham. Now, I'm not going to be announcing the first wave of guests until Crossroads 7 next month. We've got some great guests we're working out on at the moment, and we're doing a crossover with the TV series The Boys. There's a lot of guests who've appeared on both shows. There's a lot of crossover with the fan base. So we're going to be melding The Boys into the guest lineup for that. It's going to be a very exciting lineup. I haven't announced any guests for it, and 70% of the tickets have already sold. So I wouldn't be surprised if this event sells out by the time we get to Crossroads 7. It's been insane. We're also going to be emailing all ticket holders this weekend, because when the Hilton sent me the updated booking link for Lux 3, they also sent me the updated booking link for Crossroads 8. So you can start booking your tickets for your hotel rooms for Crossroad 8 as well. But as I said, the event's 70% sold out. So if you're not about a specific guest, you just want to attend, you might want to look at booking now. But in terms, if you're waiting on guests, we'll be announcing those in September at Crossroads 7. So that brings us up to our next event, and that's Ultimates Amalgam. I've now confirmed the dates for that, contract sorted with the Hilton. We thought we were going to be in May. However, the event's now confirmed. It's going to be taking place from the 14th to the 16th of June. And we're back at the Hilton Metropole in Birmingham. Now, Ultimates Amalgam is going to be a cross of Marvel and DC guests. Now, before I could start working on the guest lineup, I had to know the dates, but we do have a selection of guests that I can announce now. We have coming back, we have Nicole Maines. Also returning from last year's event will be Breck Bassinger. And she wasn't here last year and had a lot of people requesting her. So we're also bringing back Kat McNamara. So those are the first three guests. There were three guests I had been hoping to announce tonight, but the contracts aren't through yet. So I'm just waiting on those three guests. Two of them are DC, one of them's Marvel, and they haven't done a Starfury event before, and two of them have never done a European convention. And now I know the dates, I'm starting to work on a lot of other Marvel and DC guests. So you're going to see the guest announcements starting to come thick and fast over the next 2 to 3 months. 50% of the gold have sold out. It's plenty of regular. But if you want to go gold, if you want to get the meet and greet tickets and get some bonus guest autographs, then you need to get in quick and get your gold ticket. The Hilton hasn't given me the room booking link yet. Should release that in about 2 weeks' time. They're going to change how they do the room bookings with Ultimates Amalgam. Now, in the past, the Hilton would give me an allocation of rooms at a discounted rate. And if that sold out, then I'd have to go back to them, see if we could get more, blah, blah, blah. And then there would be all standard rooms, and some people would have a family with them, or they might want an executive or a suite or a disabled room, and it starts to become an issue. So what the Hilton are going to be doing for future Starfury events, starting with Amalgam, is instead of having a convention rate, a convention attendees will get 20% off all hotel room rates. So whether you wanted to book a standard room or a suite or an executive room or whatever, or a triple room, you just call them up and you get 20% off the hotel rate. And that also means they don't have to put an allocation aside. So it means we won't have an issue with them running out the allocation and people not knowing what's going on and so forth. So we think that'll make things a lot easier. That's going to be starting with Starfury Amalgam. And if that works, which I think it will, we'll be doing them for all future events at the Hilton Birmingham. Now, a month after that, we move on to our next event, and that's Starfury Highlander 7, our seventh event for Outlander. It's been hugely popular, and we have two great guests already confirmed this far in advance. And we have Sophie Skelton, who's agreed to join us. And we also have David Berry, who's always super popular. So those are the first two guests. Just like with Amalgam, where I was waiting on 3 contracts, there was a contract I was waiting on 1 guest on the same level as David and Sophie. I'd been hoping to announce tonight. Hopefully I should be able to announce them on social media next week or the week after, but we're pretty close to a third announcement. The gold tickets sold out immediately for Highlander 7, so there's no gold tickets available, and the regular tickets are going at quite a pace. So you might want to book that soon. A lot of excitement because we've got David Berry and Sophie Skelton joining us, and we've got another guest coming soon. So that's July 19th to 21st at the Hilton Metropole Hotel in Birmingham. Now, the next event after that is Witch Bomb 2. And that's our second event in which we're going to be covering Motherland Fort Salem and Warrior Nun. 2 different shows, but if you've watched them, and you should watch them because they're great, you can watch Motherland Fort Salem on BBC iPlayer, and Warrior Nun is on Netflix. basically, if you enjoy one, you're going to like the other. They meld perfectly, and we found all the attendees were into both shows. We had 6 Fort Salem guests and 2 Warrior Nun guests. It's going to be a bit more even next year. Given the response already, I should be able to get 1 or 2 more guests. Hopefully, maybe go for about 9 to 10 guests and have a bit more equality between the number of Warrior Nun and Fort Salem guests. I have to say, the guests that we had from both those shows were amazing. Some of the best guests I've ever worked with. When I checked just before we did the Facebook Live, there were 2 gold tickets left. I don't know if they've gone. So all switchers and halo bearers, there may be 2 gold left, but we've actually sold about 40% of the available tickets for this event. The response was really strong. So that event is taking place from 9th to the 11th of August at the Renaissance Hotel, Heathrow, and it's going to be amazing. We then have 2 more events for 2024, which I can't really say much about at the moment. We have Crossroads 9. That's going to be taking place in the last quarter of 2024. The dates are booked, but I can't really reveal much at the moment. And that's going to be our Supernatural event, Crossroads 9. That will be our second Supernatural event for 2024. And then towards the end of the year, I'm working on bringing the Invasion event back. That's an event that celebrates hard sci-fi, and it's always a fun party event. And that will be at the Renaissance Hotel. That's going to be taking around October 2024, and we'll have details soon. So just a quick update tonight. Sorry I didn't have any videos for you, but with the strike going on, there's certain rules on the promotion, and I didn't want to be showing clips from shows while the strike's going on. I haven't got round. A lot of people like the videos I do, like the 5-minute little video after an event of showing like all the best of an event. I've got a ton to edit together. I haven't had time to do it. What I'm thinking of doing is at the end of the year, doing a Facebook Live, in which we're not talking about future events. We do a retrospective of everything that we did in 2023, and I'll show all those videos. So that's where we stand at the moment at our events coming up. Our next event is Crossroads 7. Still 1 or 2 tickets left, and you've got to make sure you book your photo ops, especially with Misha and David. You've got to get those sorted. We got new guests for Into the Fold. We got Kit Young, and we got Jessie May Lee, which I think is fantastic, having her along for the event. She's the star of the show. Gold tickets are running low, so you want to get those. And we announced some new guests for Ultimates Amalgam with the dates for the event, 14th to 16th of June at the Hilton Metropole Hotel. We still have 50% of the gold left, but it also means 50% are gone. And our first guests are Kat McNamara, Brett Bassinger, and Nicole Maines. And I think that's about it, really. I'm just trying to think of this. Oh, yeah, and we'll have the hotel links going out for Lux 3 and also Crossroads 6. Only 70% of the tickets have gone for Crossroads 6. And also this weekend, we will be announcing, not Crossroads 6, Crossroads 8. And this weekend, we're going to be putting tickets available and hotel bookings for Destiny on New Year's Eve event. So there you go. That's all the info I've got for you. It's been a quick one tonight without any videos. I'll make it a bit more exciting next time. But looking forward to seeing everybody who's going to Crossroads 7. Crossroads 7 in 4 weeks' time. And until then, stay safe and well, and have a great New Year. Have a great bank holiday weekend.